Bada bing, bada boom. The DMC is back in your room, aka the People's Champion. Thank you for joining us today, folks, in another Wednesday, because it's Wednesday and you know what time it is. It's time for the DMC show. The DMC and his amazing friends. But before I bring in my guest, I want to let you guys know I'm doing a little Instagram contest on my Instagram, _DMC. It's for Hispanic Heritage Month, so maybe you'll find out. For DMC, it's on my feed, so make sure you check out my feed daily. Yo, it's High School Creations. What up, bro? What up? All right, so without further ado, let's bring in Cheynee180. Yeah, yes, sir.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Had to do it just right. Oh, much better. Much better. I'm feeling better every day. Every day I'm feeling much better. Yeah.
Well, before we begin, Cheynee180,
Okay.
why don't you
That's me.
introduce yourself to the people that are new to the internet?
Okay. Well, what's going on, new people to the internet? I am Cheynee180. You may have heard of a podcast that I'm on called They're Not Dolls. And if not, go check it out. It's fun. We have a lot of fun. I am also a ToyMigo, part of the ToyMigos. So definitely check that out. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Discord, all the fun stuff. And I have my own personal Instagram account where I post pictures there sometimes. So definitely check that out as well.
What an awesome intro, man. You got too many things going on. You guys like the most popular guy on the internet. You guys got so many things going on.
Oh no, there's way more popular people than me. I'm just your average, just your everyday average bear. That's all.
That's true. That's true.
Just a normal man, just like you.
Well, I don't know about normal. I'm the People's Champion.
This is true. You're very, very correct in that. You are the people's champ, the one and only, the DMC.
That's right. You brought up a little point there that on your Instagram you post little pictures now and again.
I do.
For the longest time, I didn't know it was you posting the pictures for the little thumbnails.
Oh, really?
I thought it was somebody else. I thought it because your style changed. You know what I mean? For me, your style changed. And so that's why I thought it was somebody else. And then you had mentioned somewhere that, oh, yeah, I did this. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, he did that. Oh. Like, I felt so dumb. I didn't tell anybody, but I was like, damn, I feel so dumb.
No, that's awesome. That makes me feel great, actually, because it's that means I've gotten better then, apparently. That's
no, like your style just changed changed it up. I don't know, it's not like it's better or it's worse, it's just different.
Okay.
Well, it is, I would say, okay, you improved some.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling everybody now, I'm embarrassing myself now. Shit. But yeah, your style changed. Like what did you do different? What made you change your style? Is it just an evolution? Because now
I like that Christopher Walken thing you just had going on. What did you change? No, I'm coming out more like Seinfeld, but
maybe
I can never do
impressions later.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I had taken the original concept from being in the photo combat competition in ACBA, and I implemented, because during that contest it was like a weekly thing. You had to submit a photo every single week, and I was like, yeah, dude, it's brutal. It's brutal, dude. It's no joke. Like, anybody out there that's taking pictures all the time, like you try to like put out a solid like shot once a week, like it doesn't always work out, man. It doesn't. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe I could do a shot every week for the show. Like I'll do a fresh shot every week for the show. And there's been a couple where I've used other people's pictures. We did a contest one time, and I think there was one shot that Johnny did that I really liked. And I'm like, can I use it? He's like, of course, go ahead. But other than that, it's been, just me grinding it out, man, just knocking it out. And I think what a lot of like the more current stuff is, I've just been having a lot of fun with lighting, like all different kinds of lights, different, positioning of lights, all kinds of stuff, man. And I think I'm learning how to use my camera a little bit better as I go along.
I think that's the biggest thing I saw was a change in lighting. That's what really changed the style. Because now you say you use like what, 10, 20, 30 lights.
It all depends. Like it depends on what I'm trying to go for. So if I'm like, for instance, if I'm doing like a really dark picture, like there was one I did a while back of Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, and she's standing in this kind of like open door, and there's some synthetic humans, Thousand Toy synthetic humans in the foreground. And to get that to look right, like you have to use a lot of light in a dark picture like that to get everything to show up properly. So I think in that one I had used, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 light sources for that or something like that, like something crazy. But the end result, it came out the way I envisioned it in my head. So I was really happy with that.
This Berserk is a big fan of yours, I think.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, no, I know what he's talking about on that. So you got to join the Discord, because oh my gosh, they've found this soundbite from the Hound that is just stellar, absolutely stellar. And go ahead and post that in the general channel, gentlemen, if you're listening. For anyone new, we had quite a few people hop in new yesterday after the show, but yeah, no, it's great. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I am part of that Discord.
Yeah, you need to.
But I jump in and out because like there's so much going on all the time, And then like, people are constantly talking. So like if you miss like a little bit, you're scrolling through a lot of conversation of stuff that you missed. And it's like, forget. I've already missed like a week's worth of information in like one day or something. You know what I mean?
It can happen. Definitely.
But that's cool that it's active though. You know what I mean? So it's active. It's popping.
It's one of the funnest places for me to go. Honestly, it's one of my favorite places to be. Like I love joining they have the voice chats, like definitely on Monday and Wednesday for sure. And then sometimes they'll pop in on the weekend and stuff. So like you'll look in there and see that they're hanging out in the voice chat. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just hop in for a little bit and, chop it up with the guys and see what they're up to and just kind of catch up. It's a blast, man.
Sweet. Now going back to your lights.
Okay.
Now, are you using like regular, like store lights? Are you finding at Target or something? Are you using the fancy lume cubes?
I do have a couple fancy lume cubes.
Okay.
And then I also have some of these. These are some of my favorite ones. These are these lume cube panels.
Okay.
And these are only like $60. But they're a lot of fun too. They're really, they can go from cool to warm, and they're just a blast to use. But lately, I've been on a kick with these Ulanzis, and they've been on sale or not, but usually they run around $30. You can chain them together like this, which is really cool. And these go warm, cool, and they also go color as well. And for $30,
30 for 4?
For one.
For one.
So yeah, I've got about
$120 right there.
What is it? 30, 60, 90. Yeah.
I can do math.
Yay!
Nice though, but still like
30 yeah, so like yeah, so I mean like you could take yeah. Right. I mean you could take something like that and then, underlight your figure if you want, or there's all kinds of stuff to mess around and tinker with them. So There's these, and then I've got some lamps on my desk too that have color changing LED bulbs in them that are real cheap that you can get on Amazon as well. So you don't have to break the bank for lighting. You know, you can easily find some good affordable lights that, you know, aren't going to break your wallet.
Nice. Now, let's get to the meat of this conversation. What
Okay.
has been waiting for.
Okay.
The secret origin of the ToyMigos.
Okay.
They're Not Dolls podcast.
All right. Well,
I know I'm giving the people what they want.
Okay.
They want to know the story.
Okay. Well,
How
I'll
did
give
it start? How did it begin? How do you know the Fallen Fett? Are you childhood friends? What
Yes, we are actually.
The back alley?
Well, his younger brother Michael is the same age as me. And we had first grade together, second grade, third grade. I think we were in fourth grade together. I think we had fifth grade together as well. Yeah, we went through all elementary school in the same class. And I met Ernie when I was in, I want to say 6th or 7th grade. And I met him because I was talking to his brother and I had gotten into the Power of the Force figures and I was looking for Jedi Luke. And he's like, oh, my brother has those. He's like, he sells them. I'm like, oh, really? So Ernie comes rolling up to our house one day, opens up his trunk. He's like, you want Jedi Luke?
Wait.
Yes.
So from this description right here, I feel the Fallen Fett was a scalper. This is a scalper coming selling figures out of the back of his trunk, because that happened to me one time at a Toys R Us, but we'll not talk about that.
Okay.
That sounds
but
like
yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Because I paid over retail for it, I believe. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna get him.
So I met him because he was, you know, hawking Star Wars figures out of his trunk.
All right.
And then, you know, I would just see him when I go out and about. You know, I'd see him at the toy store. I'd see him at Toys R Us every once in a while, and you know, we'd chop it up and whatnot. And it was like years and years later. I want to say it was like 2014, 2015, maybe 2015 is when one of my friends, he's like, hey man, like my coworker, he has this horror podcast. Like they talk about horror movies. He's like, and you know, they get all kinds of guests and they have a great time. He's like, have you ever thought about doing that with toys? And I was like, no, I've never thought about that. That never like even came to my mind whatsoever. He's all, you should do it. He's all, because like, you know your stuff, man. And I'm like, well, I don't know. There's probably a lot more people out there that know more than me, you know. But sure, yeah, I'll kick the idea around. So, you know, a couple months went by and I was like, who would I even have a show with though? And I was like, the first person that came to mind was Ernie. I was like, dude, that would be a blast. Like I could talk toys with Ernie. Like that would be cool. So we started, he came over here in this room right here and we like shared a microphone and just started talking toys. We had done a show at the local comic shop one time, real early on. You know, Michael Wisman was there in the beginning. He's been a supporter since like day one.
Awesome.
You know, and he had, you know, linked us up with Boog too. So Boog has been a huge supporter of the show from day one. So thank you to both of them. You know, and we were just doing it. We would pre-record it and drop it, and you know, we did that for a long.
One of those two I don't see supporting this show, but that's all right.
Well, you're only like what, 5
We're
episodes?
Not gonna say which one though. But carry on.
Yes. So we were doing that for quite some time. And then we had started, I'm trying to think, how long do we do that? Because it was somewhere around there we'd gotten involved with the RLU as well.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun.
Unedited?
Yes, Raw Live Unedited Podcasting Network. Yes, that one. And so we were doing some crossover with that and having fun with that. And then I want to say somewhere around there is when Johnny hit us up and he was like, hey, I'd like to hop on. And then he just kept showing up. So he was on the show for quite some time. And I think that was around the time when we had gone from recording in-house to, recording through, I think it was Zoom. Maybe, I think it was Zoom or Skype. I don't remember exactly which one, but we were recording, remotely then. And we were doing it for like that for a long time, had some fun guests and everything. And then it had got to a point to where it was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this anymore. It felt like it was like kind of pulling teeth to get people together to do the show. And I was like, well, I'm going to take a break. It's kind of a pain in the butt, and no one seems like they want to do it that much. So let's just take a break. Let's see what happens, And it was in that little hiatus that, I had, it had really sparked in my head, like, okay, no, I really want to do this. Like, this is something that I actually really love and I miss it. And it gave me that time to kind of rebrand a little bit, to kind of dust the dust off of some stuff and change things up a little bit. And that's when we came back and we went on YouTube. And then we had Adam come on, and then he never left. So Adam is just around now, which is a great addition to the show as well.
So he was always a fan of the show that made his way onto the show.
Yeah. That's usually how it seems to happen.
His way into it.
Yeah. I know we'd had Dario on. Ernie had asked him to come on. We had Dario on, and Dario's become a pivotal member of the team. Like, a lot of these guys that, they just want to help out and they become pivotal members of the team. Like it's so cool. Like, like all the guys in the Discord, it's the same thing too. Like hanging out with them all the time. They're all awesome. Like, I think we're almost getting to a point now, because we started doing the quickie mini shows for the pandemic, and those have kind of run their course. So we're going to rebrand the quickie mini into something else, and it's going to kind of have its own thing. Nice. Yeah. So that's going to premiere next month. So there's only a couple more quickie minis left, and then that's it for the quickie minis. They'll be done. Because the original concept of that show is no longer. So we've got a new idea. We're going to freshen it up a little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I know we've got Chamba on board, and we've got Jurassic Jesser on board for it too. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I know Adam's got something in the works too. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. It's just a lot of fun.
Adam always has stuff in the works, and I have yet to see anything come out of the works.
Really?
He knows what it is. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows.
I don't think he's watching, because if he was watching, he would be all up in the chat.
Oh, that's true. Well, once he's on this show, he's gonna get grilled.
Here's the thing: is when you do have him on, you need to charge him a Viper. So don't get him on until you get said Viper in the mail. Don't have him on the show. Yeah,
that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because he would charge people left and right to come on our show. He's like, "Oh, just send me a Viper and you can come on."
Is that right? Well. Mr. Van Winkler. Well, he's gonna have a stern talking to.
Yeah, we've got Berserk there in the chat, and like he said, he muscled his way into and made up a position of the mod. He's also a huge help, and one of the pivotal reasons why a lot of things happen as well. So, and man, he's funny. He's one of those. silently intense. Like he's one of those guys. Like he's like a old monk or something. You know, that doesn't speak, but when he does, you know, it's on fire every time, man. Like
He's your silent Bob of the group.
yes. Oh, easily. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So,
I was listening to you the other day, and I forgot who it is, but who is the person that you had on? I don't know if it was Jurassic Jesse. Is doing the voices.
that was
Who was
so
that?
we had myself, Lago, Chamba, and Jesse.
Lago.
It was probably Lago because that had started a few weeks back where he had made a voice, and then I was just like, is that how you really talk? And he's like, yeah, I talk like this all the time.
It was like hilarious. I was like laughing because sometimes I talk like this, yeah. Like I'm from New York or something here. Yes. Forget about it here.
Yeah, Lago is
I like to make little noise, little things here and there, But I was just laughing. I was like, dude, this guy, I'm like, that is such the funniest voice. I love it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, no, he does. Oh man, he's a Jersey boy, so it's easy for him to tap into that, I think. But oh man, and then it's real funny when you hear Chamba do the voice because he has his Australian accent already kicked in, so it's like he sounds like one of the original guys from the horrible dub of like Dragon Ball Z, like when he tries to get all gritty like that, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yeah, so there's just so much fun being had. I'm having some of the best times hanging out with all these amazing people, man.
That's awesome.
It's great.
And then you were oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just because you had taken a hiatus. Was it during that hiatus you were on another show, or were you doing two shows? I remember there was a time where you were doing like two shows at a time. Or was it during the hiatus? You were on another show.
That was before the hiatus. Yes, you're right. That was when I was part of the Triple C, man. I had forgot about that. That was rough because that was Saturday night and my wife was like, yo, we're supposed to watch TV tonight. Like, and I was like, I know, but
but yeah. Because I was a part of the Triple C.
Yes, you were.
And you were a part of the Triple C.
I was, yes.
And then I had Punker Mike on. And he was on the Triple C.
Does that mean that
I had Rectangular on, and he was a part of the Triple C.
Does that mean the Whiz Kid is the next one in the pipeline?
Possibly.
Or Big Daddy Chang?
Or if we put all these people together and form one like big giant robot.
Oh, a super crew. Super crew. Trip C boys.
So you never know. That could be a hint of things to come. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll
teasers.
see.
You've got it all in this episode today.
We have teasers for this show, for your show, for everybody's show. There's teasers all around.
That's what's wild is everybody's got a show now.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
I wanted to do a show a long time ago. Like I had another buddy that I think it was like probably around 2012. We had met up at Comic-Con. And we were in we were in the crowds, when everybody's giving stuff away. It was at the Marvel booth, I think.
Okay.
And we start asking questions or like just getting people all together at their booth. And we were just riffing off of each other. And some lady turns around and she's like, man, you guys are really funny.
Was that Alyssa Milano?
No, that's when I was by herself. That was at another convention that I was at, and I was there by myself, and that's why she was like, "Oh, trying to put her hands on me."
I remember this story. She kept putting her hands on you. Girl, just stop. I'm a married man. Jeez.
Come on, I know you. Everybody wants a piece of the people's champ, but we're in public here. At least let's keep it low pro,
Yeah, right.
public. You know, I got people taking pictures of me and stuff. You know, there's evidence. Like, settle down, settle down.
Yeah. The fallen fat feels the same way. Like, there's
You know?
people always trying to, you know, can I get a picture? And I'm like, whoa, I told you, he charges. Like, this isn't just like, you can't just walk up and get a picture with the fallen fat. Like,
jeez.
Ay. Come on now.
Anyways, yeah, and we were thinking, we were like, oh man, we should do one, and then we just never did. And then after that, we started seeing people like do podcasts, and we're like, man, we missed our shot, because we would have been like at the beginning, you know, before like everybody else had shows. Like, there was, you know, a few shows out there.
Whoa!
Technical difficulty. Whoa! This show's got it all.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We've got a super show here.
All right, there we go. Okay. Ooh, I think we're back in business.
All right.
No one saw that. Okay.
Yeah, the light is attacking you.
I know. But anyways, where was I? Oh yes, now I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, so we could have gone on the beginning of this podcast thing, I think. Well, for the toys anyways, you know? But yeah, we just dropped the ball.
I know we didn't really get too much you know, traction or whatnot until we moved over to YouTube, though. Like, that was it wasn't until we moved over to YouTube that we really started to kind of, I guess, gain a little momentum. And you know, meet a lot more people along the way and stuff like that. So that was when it kind of seemed like it was ramping up a little bit there. Because before, I think we were just on like SoundCloud and iTunes.
Yeah.
And then I moved over to YouTube, and so I still keep the audio stuff. It's still there on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, stuff like that. But then the YouTube is here as well.
I think for YouTube, it's sometimes a little bit easier to find, you know. So like, if you wanted some background noise while you're like working on some customs or doing something, you know, you can easily, like, you know, turn on your TV, turn on your computer, and put you guys on or whatever, you know.
It still trips me out when like people reach out and they're like, dude, like, I listen when I do this or I listen when I do that, and I'm like, it still doesn't connect in my mind that people would want to like search out the show and listen and want to know what I have to say about some things. You know what I mean? Like, it trips me out still. Like, I'm like, it's very weird. Like, I'm like, I can understand with Adam and Ernie, they're very entertaining guys, but I feel like I'm the boring one of the group.
Well, I don't think so.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you.
Because like, I know people want to know what I have to say
all the time.
Because I'm an action figure expert, I'm a comic book expert, I'm a pop culture enthusiast,
a Daddy Mac expert.
I just have too much knowledge. Now I want to, and now I want to share it. I want to share it with the world, you know.
Let everybody know.
Artist extraordinaire, you know.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Now I want to share it. You know what the heck?
The list goes on and on and on.
You know.
This guy.
But I want to give out the shout out to High School Creations, though.
I love him. I love Mike so much. Like,
but not as much as me.
No.
But not as much as me, right?
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I really like Mike. He's an awesome dude.
But not as much as me.
Okay. I can't say that. I don't know. I don't know how much you love Mike.
No, I'm just saying. No, you like me more than Mike.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You're in the number one spot. Sure. And, okay, yes, of course.
I just want to make sure.
Until I can get on his show, and then I'll say, no, I love you more.
But no, because being on his show, it just reminded me how fun it is, you know, to just sit back and talk with your friends and, you know, just chop it up, you know.
I love that episode, by the way. Oh my gosh.
I was trying to make it a funny episode, you know. I was like, let's be fun about it. Let's help them get some more viewers, you know.
Yes.
You know,
the beginning was so gold. That's still one of my favorite moments of this year, easily. Like, holy cow, I was dying. Oh, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, towards the end, it was hard to keep a straight face. It was getting hard.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the mission was accomplished. All right. Mission was accomplished. I think everybody had a good time.
And that's all that matters at the end of the day, as long as we have fun.
And that's why I won the best episode. Yeah, that's right, folks.
You did. Where's your is your plaque thing around you?
No.
I'm
Do you
keep it on top of the fridge so the kids don't get to it?
No, it's in a secret place.
Oh, okay, even better.
With my other trophies that I have.
Yes. Oh.
I have a collection. I have a trophy case.
What was I thinking? Yes,
I have a trophy case with all my trophies.
In your trophy display.
This contest, that contest. First place of this, first place of that.
Yeah.
I just have a whole trophy. Like I have a whole collection of it. It's like almost like all my figures. It's just a bunch of trophies, medals, awards. You know how it is. Well,
Purple Hearts, no, I don't know. I actually have no concept of what that life is like whatsoever. To just
have to get somebody in once a week to polish them all up for me,
just to be such a decorated member of society. Wow.
It's a chore, but what are you gonna do?
Someone's got to do it, and it can't be me. So I can't do everything.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you. I'll let you be the.
That's why I tell everybody I can't do everything. I try, but
not
even I can do everything.
Well, you can only do what you can do, man.
That's true.
Only do what you can do.
Very true, sir.
Heck yeah.
Well, now that we've learned the secret origin of the ToyMigos,
okay.
Now it's time to learn the secret origin of Cheynee180.
Oh,
his love for X-Men.
Okay, I was like, all right, where did Cheynee180 come from? Like,
but if you want to start that too, where did that name come from?
It had come from. Oh, this is funny because it kind of it's from a long time ago. We were me and an old band I was in. We were on tour in Texas.
Nice.
And
so Cheynee was a band guy.
I was. I played drums, and it was a lot of fun. And that tour was one of the funniest experiences I've ever had. Just driving with your buddies and playing music every night in different places, and yeah, it was a blast, man. But one of the guys that had come with us, he got a little bit too rowdy, right? Had a little bit too much. Yeah, he wasn't even in the band. That was the funny part. He's an amazing musician and great guy, but he'd had a little bit too much to drink, and I was trying to talk him down. And when you're dealing with someone that's kind of rowdy, they get very defensive, and so I was like, "What are you trying to say?" And I'm like, "Well, man, that's not what I was coming out, coming at you about. I was just saying, we should all kind of calm down and yada yada yada." He's all, "So it looks like someone just pulled a Cheynee180." And I was like, "What?
What?"
Yeah, and that stuck, and it became a joke for the rest of that tour. And then I ran with it. I was like, all right. And then I had changed the spelling, because originally it was my normal spelling of my last name, but I changed it for when the Olympics were in Beijing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to switch up the letters a little bit and be funny. And then it's just stayed that since.
Nice.
So, yeah. I've never told that story before to anybody.
This is what you get. This is what you get on this show, on the People's Show. You hear things that you've never heard before.
This is true. Yeah.
You get secret origins.
Yes. With the amazing friends. Yes.
Mm-hmm. See, this is why you should be tuning in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys need to go share and let your friends know. There's only 7 people. Oh wait, I forgot the 0. 70 people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Tell a
come
friend.
on now. Yeah, go let the friends know. Yeah. But X-Men is
the Men of X.
Dude. X-Men goes back, man. To being a kid, I had initially picked up one of the Jim Lee books at, I think it was a 7-Eleven. And it was the one where Wolverine's like holding his, fist up with the claws out, and the blue team is with them.
That would be X-Men, if I am correct. That should be X-Men number 4.
I think it is 4. Yeah, I just had, my wife had made a birthday cake of it this year. I should remember that number, but I don't. But that cake came out amazing.
Off the top of the dome.
There you go. There you go. But I had picked that up, and then I was like, man, this artwork is cool. Like, I like, I'd seen X-Men around, but I'd never really jumped into it. And then I started picking up the Jim Lee stuff, and then that was when the Toy Biz figures started coming out. The Wolverine with the poppable claws, and the Cyclops in
the Toy Biz 5-inch figures.
And those pretty much just took me into this crazy world. And then the cartoon came out, and then I fell more into the toys and the comics and the show. And yeah, man, I've been just a big X-Men fan since then. Like, I don't know, man. They just do it for me.
I remember I was so excited for those Toy Biz figures when they first came out.
Oh my gosh.
The first time I saw them was in the back of the comics. They were pimping those, like, coming soon. And I was like, whoa, what are these? Oh, X-Men toys. And then I was so excited for them. And then I think it was the X-Men figs that got me, like, seriously into collecting. Because, I got figures here and there. But I think because of the wealth of characters,
that a lot of people don't understand how deep that line went for X-Men characters. Like, we had figures made then that we still don't have in Legends.
Like, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Senyaka.
Yep.
Remember that guy?
The Starjammers. We don't have any of the Starjammers in Legends.
They did
Corsair. Yep. Chiad.
They did a bunch of guys, and it's like, they're not in. Hasbro hasn't touched them yet.
Dude, they even had some of the Imperial Guard too.
Yep.
Like, they went deep, man.
They did Warbird. I'm trying to think who else. Now, Warbird's the only one I can think of that they did, but they did some figs that they did Cameron Hodge and
yes,
all robot up.
Yeah,
they had like a lot of characters that Hasbro hasn't even touched yet, and that'd be like really nice to have in modern versions of.
Yeah, it'd be great to see a Tusk, from the was it the Nasty Boys?
I think it was Nasty Boys.
Yep, he was part of the Nasty Boys with Mr. Sinister.
Or a Forearm.
Yeah, Forearm would be cool. Yeah. It was so nice to get that Strongman Build-A-Figure, man. Like, there was so much nostalgia in that. When I like snapped it together, I was like, oh my gosh, that Strong guy is, I love that original Toy Biz. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, no, like, it's crazy to think about how deep that line went with X-Men characters. Like, there was so many versions of Wolverine and Cable.
Like, half of them made sense though, because half of them were actually versions of them that appeared in the comics.
Correct.
Or some that kind of appeared in the cartoon, because they had that Wolverine in a spacesuit. And I think he was
that's how he looked in the cartoon. Yeah,
because then when they went into space to see or that's when they met the Phoenix, I think, is when, and they had all spacesuits, and I was like, well, he was in the cartoon,
Oh yeah, I love that figure. It was great because it had that helmet that came on and off. Yeah. And like, I was like, man, how come they never used that sculpt on another Wolverine figure? Because that head sculpt was killer.
What else did they have? Like, when they did those play features, that always killed the figure.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of that, even back then.
Yeah, when they had a feature, that always killed it.
Like Beast, like I had a love-hate relationship with that Beast, man, because he had those springs in his knees and ankles. And it was like, cool, you get all this articulation. It's like, no, you don't, not really.
Like,
Have
I don't think I only opened like 2 or 3 of those figures.
mm-hmm.
Maybe like the first wave I maybe opened, and then that's when like I really started collecting, and I just kept everything sealed.
Oh wow.
So for a while, I did keep them mint on card.
It's crazy now that I think about it. I remember sitting at lunch in elementary school with my friends, and I think we were in first or second grade. And that was when the first wave was starting to drop, you know, the Wolverine, Storm,
And what grade?
Cyclops. Like first or second grade, I think.
Oof.
And it was funny
I'm not
because
gonna tell you when they came out for me. I'm not gonna tell you now.
because I remember like and this is a testament to how long that line went, because I would think I was in like first or second grade, and then I remember being in high school, I think my like sophomore year, and they were still putting out figures.
That's probably towards the end when they were starting to do repaints.
Well, no, that was when they were doing some of that weird stuff. Like they had that whole like wave of everybody was ninja.
Oh yeah.
Like Ninja Force or
What's funny is when they did those lines, there was always one that I would pick up, because there would be like one cool figure or one figure of a character that they hadn't made yet, and then everybody else was just lame because it was just them in ninja gear or something like that.
It was something, you know, it was like it was designed to sell to kids or something. But
like in that one was the best figure, I think, was Psylocke.
That Psylocke was killer.
Crispin Dawn tattoo on.
Yep, I remember that. And then it was cool because that Wolverine was actually a good figure. But he had like the bone claws, and then they ended up using that body later on in making it a tiger stripe suit. And I think the water wave, or it's like Hydro Blaster or something like that. I remember like that. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I remember I liked that figure a lot. And they came out with 2 different versions. They came out with one with metal claws, one with bone claws.
I remember I got Sabretooth. I thought he looked kind of cool. Like the sculpt of his face was pretty cool. And I think I remember picking him up too.
Yeah, that was a nice figure too. Yeah. They had a lot of good stuff, man. That was the thing that was like from the beginning to that, though, the scale had changed. They'd like up the scale on all of them. So like that was around when they had that Onslaught wave, and we finally got a legitimate Jean Grey, but she was way too big. Yeah.
Yeah. But because I think I have her somewhere. I gave her to the kids. And I'm just looking at it, and I was like, man, this figure blows. Like, because she was pre-posed. They sculpted her in like some kind of weird pose.
Yep.
And even if you were a kid, you're like, how do you play with this? Because she's already posed in some like, I don't know, some weird pose. And I'm like, she can't really do anything except look weird.
Back in the day, that was the hot ticket, because that was the only the only way you're going to get that version.
I got her, but I was just like, why?
Yeah.
Like all those figures, like I've given them all away.
Oh yeah, I don't know where half of them are anymore. Like
sometimes I'll find a few figures, and I'll give them to the kids, or I'll just donate them, because I'll just like, man, these are trash. Like compared to now, and I just look at them, and it's because I think about it all the time. I was like, to me, it's trash, but like to somebody that's younger, they're probably like, oh man, this is so like vintage, this is so old. But then for me, like old is like the original Star Wars figures, like stuff like that. Now that's
Secret Wars,
and seeing
or
that
superpowers
like that, for me, I would be like, oh, like that I would pay like the big money for, like that to me is like collectible. But for some reason, like that era, I guess the 90s era, like those X-Men figures, even some of the Spider-Man animated, it's just not like, I don't know, it just doesn't hold that value as like Secret Wars superpowers.
Yeah.
Maybe like an age thing,
No, I can get you there. I think like the first couple waves of the X-Men stuff, like I wouldn't mind having on card again, but like even like some of the Secret Wars stuff, like Dario had found one of the Wolverines and it was like in perfect condition. It wasn't in the box, but it's wonderful. And he's like, "Hey, do you want any of these?" I was like, "Get that Wolverine. Like, send me that Wolverine.
What
I'll
color
get it."
claws does he have?
He's got the silver.
Hmm.
Yeah, not the black. He's got the silver ones. So
But I was like, man, if you would have found a black one, whoa.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it. But that's what's funny too is like if it would have been the black claws, it wouldn't have mattered. Like
Yeah.
because it's like it would have been it's sitting right back here and it's never going to go anywhere until I'm not around anymore. Like
Like,
it's just
I think I still have my Wolverine somewhere. That Wolverine somewhere. Like
Mhm.
like 'cause everybody knows I love superheroes. So those are like the one things I couldn't get rid of. Like when I was
Mhm.
a kid. So I still have superpowers. I still have some Secret Wars. They're all beat up, but I still have them.
So what are some things in like your like what are like I don't know, give me like two things in your collection like out of all the stuff that you've collected in all this time that like you absolutely just would not get rid of. Like even if someone had like a fat stack of cash, you're like, "Yo,
Like well, probably one thing is I think it would be my. I think it's like my first. I think it's my first Spider-Man action figure. It's beat to hell. All the paint's like pretty much chipped off. I think one of the legs is super glued on.
mhm.
Uh, but that was like my first one when I was a kid, and it's one of the they call it the pocket-sized Migos. So
Okay.
it's like a 3 3/4 inch figure, and it's Spider-Man. I think that was my first Spider-Man figure ever.
Oh wow."
Like my first Spider-Man toy. Um, Probably that. I have maybe my straight armed Snake Eyes. Um, and of course, at the time, I didn't know he's going to be so valuable. But this one, like, he's like so beat up. Like, I think his thumbs are broken. I think I have all the pieces. Um, but yeah, I remember getting him, finding him at J.C. Penney. And I was like, oh man, this guy's dressed all in black. How cool is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this dude is all in black. He looks like a ninja. Like, what is? I was like, this guy's so cool. And I picked him up and I was like, yeah, this guy's a badass. And
Heck
then
yeah.
Snake Eyes has like been my favorite ever since.
Oh, so you must love the new movie, right?
No, I haven't even seen it because I saw the trailer and I was like, that's not Snake Eyes. I was like, that's not Snake Eyes. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll wait till it's like on HBO Max or something and I can watch it free at my house.
Or on TBS where it's just
Yeah.
playing and you're in a waiting room somewhere. You're like, oh well, I guess this is what I'm
I was like,
watching.
I'm in no rush to see that movie. Like, if it's on for free on TV, then yeah, maybe I'll give it a whirl.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I'm in no rush to see that movie. I'm like,
Yeah.
that looks, no.
Yeah.
The whole G.I.
Understand.
Joe franchise in the theaters is a big no.
Yeah.
So disappointed in that whole franchise. They destroyed it. The second one was a little bit better. I give it the props to the second one.
The Retaliation, right?
Yeah, that one was a
Yeah.
little bit better.
I think they were on to something with that one, but
Mhm.
they spoiled it all in the trailer. Like they literally showed all the best parts of the movie in the trailer. So when you went to watch the movie, it was like
Uh,
I didn't really need to come do this because all of the coolest parts were in the trailer. Like they highlighted all of the cool parts already. So I didn't miss like there was nothing gained here.
like that one, I could see when there's nothing else on. Because that mountain scene, I have to get up. That mountain scene was dope.
It was a lot.
I was
It
just
was a
like,
lot of fun. Yeah.
all right. I was like, this is cool. I was like,
Yeah.
this is cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like I could have done without The Rock in the movie. I didn't want The Rock. Like I like The Rock every once in a while, but in this movie, as Roadblock, I was like, no.
Yeah.
And you're the leader of G.I. Joe, and you're like brothers with Snake Eyes. You have that Arashikage like tattoo. I was like, you're not a ninja. I'm like, I was like, come on. I was like, you guys are just trying to put like everybody like together with a connection. And I was like, no, no, no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yep.
Oh god, that's so disappointing. Like I think I groaned. I think I said it out loud in the movies. Like when I was watching, I was like, "What?"
I've finally come to the point in my life now where it's just like I'm numb to it now. Like I'm just like, if there's like some things like I'm like well you know what, maybe it's just not for me and I'll just go
Oh,
watch something else.
I'm
As
too bitter
I've
to be like that.
I've if it's just I don't have any fight in me for it anymore. It's just like
Yeah, yeah,
I can focus on things that like upset me about it, or I can go find something I like and enjoy that and have fun doing that and spend time focusing towards more of that, you know.
that's a good take. But
So that's the
there's some things that need to be said
true.
because you should have not. If you wouldn't want to have been sitting next to me watching Fast 9
Oh, really?
because everybody knows I love Fast and Furious. I don't care. I make no apologies over it. I love it. Okay.
My one of my good buddies, he's like, doesn't matter, man. He's all, it's a great time no matter what. He's all, you sign it, you know what you're getting yourself into. Like you go
Yeah.
like I feel kind of similar about those older Resident Evil movies. Like it was like, it's not the best thing, but like what you're getting yourself into.
It's for
Like,
fun,
yeah,
But
yeah.
just sit back and have fun. And plus, what other movie franchise is about family? Okay, it's about
But
family,
the main superpower, the
right?
main superpower.
Okay, through the whole movie. Okay, I'm like, what, what?
Oh
No,
no.
like and my wife's like looking at me like, calm down. I'm like, no. I was like, you can't. What? No. What? It was too much. It was too much. It literally broke my heart.
I think we're just getting too old now, huh? We're just getting too old. Where it's just like,
Okay. Like, you know, I read comics, see comic book movies,
I don't even read comics anymore, dude. Like
Well,
they've gotten so bad. Like,
that's true. So I'm in the same boat. I only want to read them every once in a while. Like I read all my old stuff. Maybe I'll find a good deal on stuff. But yeah,
yeah.
that's a whole separate conversation.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other show right
That's
there.
another show because I'll go on and on and on and on.
Mm-hmm,
We don't have that much time tonight.
No.
But yeah, when you see, like I've seen, you see Spider-Man swinging through the city, people shooting through their eyes. Okay, like you've seen stuff. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
but
when you've lived through the Clone Saga, you've
Yeah.
seen some things.
but when you see a car, okay, again, run off a cliff,
Okay.
gets its tire entangled in the bridge because there's a little Indiana Jones type bridge,
Okay.
bridge suspension bridge from one end to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Goes off the cliff. Miraculously, he crashes into the bridge,
Okay.
and the rope or
Comes
whatever
undone.
comes undone, but it wraps onto the wheel, one of the front wheels. And it swings the car onto the other ledge across the way.
That's amazing.
I was just like, and this was in the first like 10, 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh wow! So they jumped out the gate with that.
Yeah, I was done after the first. I was just like, oh, I know where this is going now.
The popcorn went up in the air.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Ah!
I was just like, I was literally frozen. I was like,
It's one of those moments where you're just all, what in the
how did they greenlight this? How did they greenlight this? I was just like, no. I'm like,
It's Fast and the Furious. It's Fast and the Furious 9. So it's like, what are they going to do next?
I have already erased it. There's no Fast and Furious 9. They didn't make that movie.
They need to do time travel next is what they need to do.
Don't give them any ideas.
I think they should. They can go back in time and stop,
Stop making that movie.
Can you imagine them like tearing through like the 1800s on carriages or like steam steam trains? Just imagine it like Dom kicking like a big steam train or a locomotive engine sideways. He just hops out, family,
And he
with
has
a cowboy hat on.
And a musket or something.
Yeah. It would be great. Or him like going up the side of like a legit cliff that's straight up, but just driving the steam locomotive straight up it. All because they went back in time. Like I don't know, man. I think I'm onto something here.
And it could happen because if you saw how they explain them going into space. Which I thought it was like a bad rumor.
I'm telling you right here, like, hey, send me some emails. We'll talk. I got plenty of ideas on time travel for Fast and the Furious. Like we'll
It's probably gonna happen too.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure one of the producers is watching the show, and they're probably they'll be surprised if they call you this week.
Even better. They go back in time and they go to ancient Egypt, and that explains why there's pictures of helicopters and cars and planes in the hieroglyphics. Because Fast and the Furious went back in time.
Oh my gosh.
And they used their future cars, to build the pyramids. So you got Dom in his car just peeling out.
And he's wearing toga. He's wearing like toga and stuff. And he's wearing like Egyptian hat and shit.
Yeah. And they're just dragging all of the pieces of the pyramids together. I think I'm onto something, man. I think
I can see Tyrese already yelling something about, oh, why do I got to be the slave? Like, oh, what's going on here?
Whoa.
I already see you, Tyrese. I know where you're going.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I think I'm onto something here. Fast and the Furious, back in time.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think it might rejuvenate the franchise for you.
My head hurts already. My head hurts from this conversation.
Oh, you love it. It's gonna start growing. I just all I did was I sprinkled the seed, and then it's gonna start growing in your head, and you start thinking about it more and more, and you're like, oh,
and then Pitbull's gonna make a remix of Back in Time.
Yes.
We gotta go back in time. Dale! We gotta go back in time. Dale!
Yes.
And Pitbull's just like in a cowboy hat. Oh, Bunker Mike is perfect. Back to the Furious. Oh my God.
Yes. See, I told you. Back to the Furious. Oh, yes, it's on. I'm telling you. So you thought, just when you thought things got too fast and too furious,
we gotta go back to the.
We gotta go back. What? We gotta go back. Family. Yeah. Just cue up the track there in the trailer. Oh my gosh, I think we've
nailed it. We nailed it. That's 100. That's a 100 million movie right there.
Oh, easily. 200 million easily. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right there.
Yep. 200 million. Woo. Yep. Back to the Furious. Oh man. Yes.
Good times right now. It's good times. You don't catch this in other people's show, folks.
No, you don't get gold like this anywhere. Like you just don't stumble across cinema gold like this.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Furious. Oh man. A tale as old as time.
Now I'm gonna be making a whole thing of this now, and I'm gonna be thinking about this.
I told you, all I did was sprinkle the seeds there, and it's on. Oh, Universal Studios ride even. Yeah.
Yeah, they could change the ride that they have, the Fast and Furious ride, and then they can throw in a DeLorean in there. And
give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.
All right. And then Dom's like, where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh man, now I gotta carry this whole show by myself. All right, that's all right. We'll do it myself. Any questions? Any questions that we have? Anybody want to ask any questions? I guess not. I guess we'll just wait around, twiddle our thumbs until Cheynee180 comes. What a rude guest. Jeez. Leaving. Probably had to take a pee break or something. Couldn't want to tell anybody. What have we talked about? Oh, so as a reminder, Instagram contest at _DMC for Hispanic Heritage Month. If you can keep a list, name all the Hispanic heroes I post by October 15th, you'll win a prize. I'm not going to say what it is. Could be a good one, could be a bad one. Could suck, maybe not. I don't know. You'll just have to wait and find out. I'll pick the winners on October 16th. The first hero, that story might have ended already. It's on my stories. The first hero was Don Diego El Zorro. That's the Zorro for you peoples. Maybe we should. Maybe you can make a stop motion of it. Like I'm already thinking about making a poster. Is that bad that I'm thinking about making a poster of Back to the Furious?
No, not at all. I told you it's well, this is what happens. You know, we just created something amazing, and they should totally do it.
He's gonna adapt it.
Perfect.
He's gonna make like a like a stop motion or something, or maybe he'll make the commercial.
Well, yeah, you gotta have like the steam locomotive sliding sideways, like drifting around a corner, and then it has to be driving.
And then it zooms into Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Just standing there
or just with his arm hanging out from the driver's seat of the train. Yeah, I think that would be ideal.
And then he's just staring at the camera, all like with a little bit of smolder.
Yeah. Maybe with like a piece of like wheat hanging out of his mouth or something. Oh yeah. And they had to go back in time because someone had stolen something and went back in time, so they have to go back and steal it back from them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or Letty could die again. Supposedly, she died. They went back in time to save her. So
there you go.
And then the timeline got all screwed up, and they went back to the 1800s.
Yeah. No, it's
I'll teach them not to mess with time.
Yeah, or they have to go back to the 1800s to steal something. Who knows? But I think it's
a secret crystal.
Yeah, always a crystal every single time. Yeah, no, I think that's really the only place they can go with the franchise now. It's time travel.
Or dinosaurs.
Yeah, we're dinosaurs. I mean, but
or I don't know if you've seen the movie. Have you seen the movie?
The new one? No.
Okay, you don't need to.
Okay.
So I'll give a few spoilers here. So spoiler alert.
All right, spoiler alert for Fast and Furious 9 if you have not watched it and you are going to be really yeah.
You don't want to anyway, so you're not missing anything.
Okay.
There's a part in the movie where Dom's doing some stuff, and I didn't know if I was watching Fast and Furious or the Avengers.
Oh wow.
Because he had chains on him. There was like chains hanging from I don't know where were they at, in some kind of like a sewer system kind of thing, and there was chains hanging from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Grabs the chains, rips them down.
Oh wow.
All these like bricks like start falling down and shit, and I'm like, is this Dom or is it the Hulk? Because he had a sleeveless shirt on, I think, in that time there too. So I was like, is this the Hulk? Because then all these rocks and stuff started falling down, and then of course the floor gave way, and then he's falling into the I don't know, the sewer, the water, or whatever. All these rocks, bricks are falling on.
Here's what they need. Here's what they need. They need a Matrix and Fast and Furious crossover. Because didn't Neo do that too? He like broke the chains off. Or wait, no, that was what's his name? Because they were saving Lawrence Fishburne, and that's when he broke the chains on the chair. Yeah.
Like I thought it was the Avengers. I thought it was the Hulk. I was like,
well, maybe he had a super serum. I mean, they did, they did push that whole Superman thing in one of the previous movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? Oh, that was horrible too. The spin-off one with
See, I heard a lot of people liked that.
Nah.
Not the DMC though.
Nah, I don't like it.
You got to come.
It was okay. It was a good movie if you didn't think it was connected to Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Because even though like Fast and Furious is wacky and shit, it's still somewhat grounded. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got cars chasing and yeah, they're jumping off of shit, but it's still kind of grounded,
Okay.
Well, and then you got some dude in a super suit, like with cybernetics and like stuff like that. And when because you saw the trailer where he's like, "Oh, I'm the Black Superman."
Yes, I did see that.
Got like because it made him super strong and super agile and stuff. And now you're just like, right there. That's what it loses me with like kind of like the Fast franchise is now you're totally taking it to like the extreme. You know what I mean? Which Fast did too, and that's
it's too fast and too furious.
Yeah.
Man.
It was too much for me, I guess. Too fast.
Maybe you just it was just too fast and too furious for you.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe what the issue is here is just they had gotten too fast and too furious for the DMC. Yeah. It's just things were happening so fast and furiously that it
just went over my head.
You just couldn't take it anymore.
But it was a fun like movie. Like if you want a fun movie. Like, yeah, because Strahan and The Rock, like them going back and forth, like talking shit to each other it's like gold.
Well, I mean, it's hard to see The Rock in anything that you don't like him in for the most part. I mean,
so it was a fun movie. It just, I don't like to associate it with the Fast franchise.
Okay. All right. So it's because it was too fast and furious?
Yeah, because it was too fast for me. And again, the guy in the super suit was too much.
It's too much. It's too much.
Too fast, too furious, too much.
Man. It's like the opposite of FedEx right now. They're not fast. They're not furious enough. I need to furiously get my sentinels to me.
You need to furiously find your sentinels.
Yes, I need to furiously find them fastly. Come on.
Hopefully soon.
I'm dying over here.
I want to see what you're going to come up with because you said you had a little thing with the boxes, a little display.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
I'm wondering what you're going to do.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. I just want to get the dang thing in hand so I can check it out already. I'm sure Adam's going to be on the show tomorrow. Look at I got mine.
Bastard.
Yep.
Bastard.
So.
Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see. We're a little over the hour mark.
Okay.
I think we could call it a wrap for this evening.
Okay. All right.
Which I enjoy chopping it up with you. But
hey man, it is a Wednesday night.
It is Wednesday night.
Yeah, and you do have work, yeah. And us at our sprite young age, 8:09, it's getting kind of late.
Yeah, 8:09. When you have to wake up like butt crack of dawn when the sun's not even out yet, it's a little early.
Yeah, you're already burning the midnight oil at 8:09. I get it.
But before we go, do you have any last words?
Last words. Jeez, this is. Whew. No, just come check out the show. We got the Tuesday Quickie Mini show going on over ToyMigos YouTube, and then we've got our Thursday night show. They're Not Dolls. That's at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That'll be tomorrow night. And come hang out in the ToyMigos Discord, man. There's a lot of fun going on over there. I'm sure those guys are in the voice chat even right now. And check out the Facebook group. Check out the Instagram. You know, we're always trying to post stuff on the Instagram. You know, huge shout out to Lago for that. He holds it down over there. So, you know, huge shout out to all the guys that constantly are holding everything down. Come hang out, man. It's a lot of fun. We have a whole lot of fun all the time. It's really what I'm all about, is having fun, man.
Yeah, not too much fun.
No, I don't want it to get fast or furious. Yeah, and then I'll get furious.
So before we go, we need to say why Cheynee180 is an amazing friend, and I would have to say it's his generosity of helping to put people on. If you watch the show, you'll see that fans of the show, will be on the show. What other show have you seen do that? Zero. None. Zilch. Zero.
Okay.
I don't see any other show that gets people who are actually fans who interact to bring them on as guests in the show so people get to know them. I think it's a very generous thing to do. You're always sharing other people's posts, trying to put people on to other people, other artists, which I think is a great thing to do. I think more people should, follow Cheynee's example and try to help your fellow collector or toy enthusiast, pop culture enthusiast, comic book enthusiast, art enthusiast. Help put them on. I can't do it all myself. He can't do it all himself.
No, I can't.
It needs to be a group effort. But that's why Cheynee is an amazing friend.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to have you on here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
I'm glad now I can help you gain more people for your show here. Now that you have so much exposure now, being on this show, I know your show is going to be a hit now.
Thanks, man.
You're going to get a lot more people now.
It's what I've needed. Like I was telling the guys before, when we were getting the DMC on a full Thursday night 2-hour show, we had broke the goal there of, you said, hey, once you get the Hasbro guys on, I'll come on for a full show. So we done it. We did it, man. We did it.
You've hit the pinnacle. You're at the pinnacle right now.
Yeah. The tippy top, the cream. It rose to the top, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, man. This has been a blast.
Awesome. I'm glad you had fun, because I know I had fun. And I know you had fun. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, because Wednesday night is the DMC's night, because not only New Comic Book Day, it's New DMC and it's Amazing Friends Day. Well, every 2 weeks, but every 2 weeks though, because I don't want to get all greedy, take other people's spots and stuff.
Right.
Even though there's another guy out there that's trying to horn in on my Wednesday night spot,
Oh no,
he knows.
Oh.
This baron of a fellow. I know what you're trying to do. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You can't horn in on the DMC show. This is Wednesday night. Wednesday is always the DMC day. Everybody knows that. So thank you again for being on. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and joining us tonight. If you didn't join us tonight, make sure tell your friends to give us a watch. It's on YouTube now. It's
hit
on
the
YouTube.
Playback. Hit the playback, baby.
Yeah, and hit that like and subscribe button.
Do it.
I want to be like the ToyMigos and get them super chats. So I can get a fancy mic. So I can get a fancy microphone like that.
Yeah.
And I can get some lights to take pictures. I know everybody's waiting for me to take pictures of toys again.
Yes. Get on it.
Maybe that'll happen one day. I don't know. But until that happens, I am the DMC, and you are
Cheynee180.
I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Deuce. And I don't know. maybe we'll have, I don't know who we're going to have on.
Ooh,
Who should I have on?
the
I don't know.
suspense.
I have too many friends. I don't know. I'll pick one out.
So many friends.
We'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know. So, again, I'm the DMC. He's Cheynee180. And we'll see you next time. Peace.